Ivanka Trump appears to be on a bit of a 60s kick with her style choices this week. The 35-year-old first daughter made her daily trip from the front door of her Washington, D.C. home to her car this morning, as always attended by a bevy of photographers who snapped her picture as she smiled and stepped into the Secret Service SUV. And she seemed to be sticking with the mod theme she tried out with yesterday's ensemble, mixing plaid pants with a snug top and showing off a bit of skin. Ivanka picked out a pair of cropped plaid pants with a similar pattern and color to the skirt she wore on Monday. She tucked in a tight black top, which was an uncharacteristic choice for the mother of three. Though it was long-sleeved and certainly modest, it also features a large, wide cutout across her entire chest, with just a thin strip of fabric running above her collarbone. She added a pop of color with low pointy toe slingbacks, pulled her hair into a ponytail, and slipped on a pair of large hoop earrings, making for a decidedly 60s look. Ivanka also carried her morning coffee in a to-go cup and smiled at the photographer parked outside as she walked the few steps from her open gate to the SUVs ready to receive her. The first daughter seems to be committing to this 60s theme this week, as she wore a similarly retro outfit on Monday. Leaving her house, she was seen sporting a bright yellow sweater with a crew neck, which she paired with a plaid skirt with a slit. She wore her hair in loose curls around her shoulders, which she pushed back to show off the most eye-catching element of her look, a pair of oversized earrings several inches wide and long. Her heels, too, were an unusual choice for the first daughter, though black and understated in the front, they featured a trendy clear heel. Ivanka, who also toted a black purse full of paperwork, was followed out of her upscale Colorama neighborhood home by her husband and fellow senior White House advisor, 36-year-old Jared Kushner. Jared, who came under fire last week along with his wife for using his private email address to conduct official business, smiled for the cameras as he also walked towards a car on his way to work. He is among 6 White House officials who discussed White House matters using private email addresses, along with Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus, The New York Times reported, citing current and former officials. As for Ivanka, she used a private account to communicate with a government official while working as an unofficial advisor in the early days of her father's administration, Newsweek wrote. Later on Monday, Ivanka and Jared joined President Donald Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, as well as Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen Pence to take part in a moment of silence for the victims of the Las Vegas shooting that has left 58 people dead and 515 injured. She and Jared stood next to White House staffers on the South Lawn during the homage. While Ivanka appeared to carry her own paperwork on Monday, last week she needed the help of an assistant to transport all of her documents. When she left her home on Thursday, she was seen carrying a small bucket-style handbag on her shoulder, which, although stylish, proved to be no match for all of the items that Ivanka required for a busy day at the office. Indeed, as she made her way out to her waiting SUV, she had to have an assistant follow her with a much larger tote, which appeared to be stuffed to the brim with various sheets of paper, and even a newspaper, as well as a coffee from Starbucks. She was seen leaving her home on Thursday shortly after Jared himself made his way to the White House, and less than 24 hours after it was revealed that he actually registered to vote as a woman back in 2009, having apparently ticked the wrong box on his form. Despite the embarrassing mix-up, Jared appeared fairly laid back as he made his way out of his home, carrying just a single bag, and without the help of an assistant.